Hey there, folks. Welcome to the second episode of This City Rocks. I'm your host, Megan Cole, and for those of you who don't know who we are yet, we're going to be bringing you the best of the West Coast music scene each and every week right here online at ThisCityRocks.com. Thank you, first of all, to all those people who are posting and blogging about us, writing about us, and linking to us. We need it. We love it. Keep it up. This week we headed over to the Railway Club to chat with Windows 78, and these guys have this really neat, cool, atmospheric, melodic rock sound, if you will, kind of a mix between Pink Floyd, Flaming Lips, and one of my personal favorite bands, Radiohead. So how can you not like a band that sings about robots on Mars? Check them out.
Windows 78. I think we've been kind of lumped in with space rock here in Canada, but these guys will probably argue otherwise.
Well, I don't know. I don't think we really are space rock. I don't even know what it is really. So maybe.
I think when people say space rock, they quite often can mean a number of things. Whether music that you sit back and get wasted to and space out, which you could certainly do to ours, or if it's got space. It's definitely space rock, but I think when people say space rock, quite often they think bands like Spiritualized and Pink Floyd, and those are bands that we seem to get compared to a fair amount, and that's okay by me.
Tell me a little bit about your new album.
Oh, this is it. It's called The Window Seat, and it's 10 tracks. We say 10 tracks for the new space race. The whole album is based around these 3 songs that are right in the middle of the album, and they're about these 3 robots on Mars. Spirit, Opportunity, and Pathfinder. Pathfinder being dead, Spirit and Opportunity are the 2 robots that are up there right now. And they're kind of exploring Mars, but I mean, we go into using the robot as a metaphor for isolation through technology, talking about how this world that we're all kind of in, where we're working and stuff, is just, everyone says we're more connected, but we're actually disconnected from our families, from our friends.
You know, people are connected through their computers, and they're on chat lines and chat rooms and MySpace, and all really, really good spaces, great websites. However, the irony of it all is you're sitting by yourself at your terminal.
Musically, I would say what we tried to do with the album is just take a bunch of songs that worked well together as a whole and still stood on their own as individual songs. And we've tied the album together with there's EBO through a lot of songs. There's some samples, and we really tried to make it a complete work rather than just a bunch of songs that don't work together. So. And I think in the '90s, it was more of a competition. All the bands were trying to compete for this record label, and Nickelback is the big winner of the '90s in Vancouver. But then now with the internet and iTunes and MySpace and all these things, now it's not so much competition, but bands like these guys that are working together, and I think it's good for the scene.
Yeah. Well, we are labeled under space rock as well, but I think small labels have a chance now to make a go of it, and if the quality is there, you'll rise up, and big labels will notice you, or other small labels that have suddenly become medium-sized labels will notice you, and you can really make waves quite fast. But you have to have the CD, you have to have the quality, and Vancouver has it. Just go to the Media Club, Railway, any Friday, Saturday night. You'll see some band that you love. So get out there. Go to Windows78.com.
It's an epileptic seizure from a light that brings you sound.
78 can, of course, be found online at windows78.com. You should definitely be picking up their new album, The Window Seat. The best way to be doing that is to head on over to their record label, submergerecords.com. So that's it for This City Rocks episode 2's in the bag. All you event promoters out there, send us your listings. We want to add your events to the weekly updates on our site. And speaking of adding, RSS feeds, you need to add us, iTunes, podcast subscriptions. And that's it for now. From lovely, beautiful, sunny Vancouver, I'm Megan Cole, and This City Rocks.
We would win the fight to stay the same forever. A couple lines